Hello, dear students. Very good morning to you all. In today's class, I teach you some programming examples on tuples. Till today, I taught you many topics related to tuples. Today, we are going to see some programming examples. That means we write some programs in which tuples we are going to use. First program, whichever I explained to you, is very simple one. Now, already we learned about the functions. In order to solve complex problems, instead of writing a single program, we write n number of subprograms and we call those subprograms inside the main program. Those small programs are called functions. Now we write one function to find the area as well as circumference. See, whenever we run the program, we get the message enters the radius of a circle. If I give the radius of a circle, I'm going to get the area of circle as well as circumference of circle. But here interesting thing is that even though the problem is simple, this function returns both the values now. Means here I am writing one function called AC. It takes the radius. It returns the area of circle, that is pi r square, as well as the circumference 2 pi r also. That means we are going to write one function that returns area as well as circumference of a circle. That means this function returns two values. That means this function returns two values. First value will be stored in area, second answer will be stored in CIR. That is what I am printing, area and CIR. What is the question? A function to return area and circumference of a circle, both. Usually the function returns one value or no value. But this time this function returns multiple values. This is what very interesting. A function to return area and circumference of a circle, both, that is as tuple as return value. I explain the program for you. Pi is one variable in which I store the pi value. And I have written a function. It takes the radius, it returns the pi r square as well as 2 pi r. This is what the area of circle, this is what the circumference of circle. This function I am calling here. Here the Python main program starts. Radius equals to, I read one value, enter radius of a circle. Whatever I enter, that will be stored in radius. I am passing that radius to this function. This function returns area of circle as well as the circumference. That will be stored in area as well as CIR. That is what I am printing. Area of circle is so and so. Circumference of circle is so and so. You can see the output also. I hope you understood. This is very simple program in which we are trying to find area and circumference of a circle both. I hope you have understood. Very good. I show you practically. Okay, hello students, here. Already I have written the program for you in this Python text editor. This is the comment written by me. A function to return area and circumference of a circle, both, that is as a tuple value. This is one variable, pi equals to 3.14. Here the function started, def ac of r colon is must, tab indentation is must, then return pi r square and 2 pi r. Here I am reading the radius of circle, that will be stored in radius. I am passing the same thing. It returns two values. First will be stored in area, second will be stored in CIR. That is what I am printing. This is the shell. Here I am going to get the output. How to run this program? Just first you need to save with py extension. I have given the file name with .py. Save it first. Afterwards go for run menu, then run module. Enter the radius of circle. I enter 2.5. Then press enter key. Area of circle is so and so. Circumference of circle is so and so. This is what the simple program. I hope you have understood. Very good. Now the second program, whichever I explained to you, is also very simple. Write a Python program that has a list of numbers already. Here we have one tuple. It is having both positive and negative numbers. That has a list of numbers, both negative and positive numbers in a tuple. Make a new tuple that has only positive values from this list. From this tuple list, you need to take only positive, then create one more new list in which only we need to have positive numbers. Then how to write the program? It is so easy. First, I created one tuple with both negative and positive values. I created one more new tuple, opening parenthesis and closing parenthesis. Then I am accessing the contents of the tuple via for loop inside the for loop. For I in tuple, first minus 10 will be taken. If minus 10 is greater than 0, then only I add into it. Whatever the value we access from that tuple, if that is greater than 0, then we append inside the new tuple. Previous value equals to the new value. New tuple plus equals to. New tuple equals to new tuple plus the next value. If the value whichever we access from that tuple is positive, then only we append. Otherwise, we won't. Like this, what happens? Minus 10 will not be added, 1 will be added, 5 will be added, 25 will be added, minus 5 will not append, 90 will append, minus 45 will not append. Then I print both the tuples. I print the previous tuple as well as the new tuple. See the output? Previous tuple is having all the values, whereas new tuple is having only the positive values. This is what a simple program. Now I run the program and I explain to you. I hope you have understood. Very good. Okay, hello students. Already I have saved the file with the file name with .py. This is what the program just only I explained to you. One tuple I have in which you can see both negative and positive values. I created a new tuple, just opening parenthesis and closing parenthesis. Afterwards, I am trying to access individual value from that tuple. Individual value I am going to check if that is greater than 0, I append into it. Otherwise, no. Like this, what happens? New tuple will be created with only positive values. I will print both the previous values as well as the contents of the new tuple. Now run the program. We get the output here. How to run it? Go for the run, then go for run module, see the output. Would you like to save? Yeah. This is what the previous tuple was having the values. Whereas you can see the values inside the new tuple. You can find only the positive values. This is very simple Python program. I hope you have understood. Very good. Hello students, I explain you the third program. Write a Python program that accepts different number of arguments. That means we write one function. Once again, we pass some values, but that function needs to return sum of values. Python program that accepts different number of arguments and returns sum of only the positive values passed to it. Here, I am writing my own function called sum underscore positive. Already in theory, I taught you asterisk arguments, variable length arguments. You can pass n number of values to this user-defined function. See here, I have one tuple. You can see both the positive and negative values inside. I want to pass all these values. Yes, possible in Python. That is what already I taught in theory class in the previous video. And asterisk tuple, all the values will be passed to this asterisk args. Once we pass both positive and negative values from this tuple, that will be transmitted to args. Now your duty is to find only the sum of positive values. That's why I have taken one variable as a total equals to 0. Then for I in arguments. From this tuple, we receive all the values one after another. First 1, then minus 2, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then minus 5. First we access the first value. If that is more than 0, then I add into total. If that is positive, then only we append. Otherwise we will not. I hope you understood. Append, this is not append. I am making the sum. Previous sum plus that one. 1. First time total is 0. 1 is greater than 0? Yeah. 0 plus 1, 1. Minus 2, no. Minus 2 is not greater than 0. 2. 1 plus 2, 3. 3 plus 3, 6. 6 plus 4, 10. 10 plus 5, 15. Minus 5 we won't add. Then what is the total? 15. 15 will be returned. Whatever this function returns, that will be stored in answer. I am printing the tuple values as it is, as well as I am printing the sum of numbers from the tuple. The answer also. See the output. Tuple is having these values. Sum of only positive numbers from the tuple is like this 15. This is what very simple program. I hope you have understood. Very good. Practically I show you. Okay students, you can see here I have saved the file already with .py. Python program that accepts different number of arguments and returns the sum. Here I have written the function sum underscore POS and asterisk is must, args is must, colon is must. Tab gap plays very important role. Indentation. If you give colon then only it takes automatically, otherwise no. That's why you need to be very careful while writing the program. Then here the function started. First time 0. If that is positive, that will be added. Otherwise no. Like this works. And at the end it returns total. See the indentation. Indentation is very important. Otherwise you are going to get the error. And we have the tuple in which you can find both positive and negative values. I am passing all the values from this tuple as it is. And I am printing the tuple values. I am printing the sum also. How to run it? Go for the run menu, run module. See here, tuple values are so and so, sum of numbers is 15. Yes, the program is working correctly. I hope you understood. Very good. Come back. Dear students, this is the fourth program. Python program that has two sequences for questions and answers. We have here, this is the first list, this is the second list. Okay. And what we do you know? Here, these are the questions. What is your roll number? 7. What is your name? John. For which course you have taken the admission? Be in mechanical engineering. That means one list is having the questions, whereas the other list is having the answers. This is a program in which we use the GIF function. It will combine GIF roll number with 7, name with John, so and so. What I do you know? GIF creates list of tuples, as you know already. Already I taught in the previous video. GIF helps us to create list of tuples. Rule number comma 7, name comma John, course comma B in mechanical engineering. That is what the function of GIF. First I created a list with 3 values. I created answer list with 3 answers, 3 values for Q comma A in GIF questions and answers. That means roll number and John will be GIF. That means roll number will be stored in question. Answer is having 7. What is your question? What is your roll number? My name. My roll number is my question. Means my roll number is A. John. My roll number is 7. Next name comma John. What is your question? What is your name? My name is John. Next, what is your course? What is your question? Course. Question mark is also appended here. What is your course? My course is B Mechanical. This is very interesting program. You may get such questions in VTU main examination. I hope you understood. Practically, I show you. Same program already I have written and I saved with .py extension. Question sequence I have, answer sequence I have. For Q comma A in GIF questions comma answer. And in addition is must colon. What is your name? What is your roll number? 7. What is your name? My name is John. What is your course? Be in mechanical engineering. How to run? Go for the run module. What is your roll number? My roll number is 7. What is your name? My name is John. What is your course? My course is B in mechanical. I hope you understood. Very good. Next class, I start regular expressions for you. I uploaded three class videos on tuple, one video on programming examples. Please watch the videos. If you have any doubts, my dear students, please ask me. Please learn all the things. Thank you. Have a nice day. Take care.